This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 5, verse 26. For among my people are found wicked men. They lay wait, as he that setteth snares. They set a trap, they catch men. Verse 27. As a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit. Therefore they are become great and waxen rich. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami Camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Jeremiah, chapter 5, verse 26 through 27, is that I came across this article today where they're reporting how wicked jakes, from among our nation with a degree are still, conspiring against the children of our nation with this product still in 2022. Here it is. This product has been on the streets of Babylon the Great since December 2020. And still in 2022, a year and some months later, you still got wicked Israelites from among our nation who's willing to sell out for the bag, pushing this product onto our people. Now hitting, the young men and women of our nation. And this is wicked, man. This is complete wickedness from our people. And that's why the Lord's coming back to destroy 2/3 of our people for shit like this. Notice they're not focusing on Ishmaelites or Moabites or Ammonites, right? Ishmaelites are the so-called Arabs. The Moabites are the so-called Chinese. The Ammonites are the so-called Japanese, all right? The Edomites, which here in Babylon the Great, you got majority of Edomites that are not going along with the product. But yet, you got our people, sellouts, all right? Coons, little ninjas, willing to go along with the agenda, of the elites, which are these Edomites, because they're in the rulership position right now, That's why the Lord's coming back, man, to get you wicked jakes, man, because you sold out for the bag. You're willing to hurt your own people for a fucking FRNs. 28. They are waxing fat. They shine. Yea, they overpass the deeds of the wicked. Overpass the deeds of the wicked, man. You a wicked son of a bitch to do this. If Jake don't want it, Jake don't want it. The product's been on the streets for over a year. But you a wicked SOB, man. For real. The Lord's got something for you so-called doctors of our nation. Which when you go into the word doctor, it means to falsify. That's why in a court of law, when someone, manipulates documentation, does fraudulent things with documents, they call it he doctored the documents. He doctored, They judge not the cause of the fatherless, yet they prosper. And the right and needy do they not judge. 29. Shall I not visit for these things, saith the Lord? Shall not my soul be avenged on such a nation as this? Right, the Lord is going to visit you, sell out, ninjas of our people, all right? Especially those that took the bag pushing this product onto our people. All right, those that know that they're Israelites, telling our people to go ahead and get the product. The Lord's going to visit you. Jeremiah 4:22. For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children, right? Stupid. Dummies. Morons. And they have none understanding. No understanding. This is the year 2022, the year of Yahweh Shai. Okay? Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, turn it up. And you got wicked jakes among our nation. Alright? Going along with this shit, willing to harm their own people for fucking money. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge, right? Okay? It's judgment. Hey, it's going to get a lot worse for you, you wicked jakes, you 2/3 here in Babylon the Great. It's going to get a lot worse. Now I want to bring this out because, hey man, this is exactly the spirit of our people that they're in. Just like just like what they were doing in the times of the Greeks, because they didn't want to catch hell. They're willing to go along with the Greek culture and the Greek ideology. This is 1 Maccabees chapter 1, verse 10. You know what? I'll start at 7. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died. Right, Alexander the creep. Alexander the weirdo. All right, an Edomite. An Idumean. Okay? And his servants bear rule over one in his place. All right, and his servants that bear rule were the 4 generals. You have Leishmanias, Cassandra, Ptolemy, all right, and Seleucus, all right? 9, and after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth, right? So there you go, all right? So when the Greeks came into power, when these Edomites came into power, evils multiplied on earth, which proves that the so-called white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. And yet you want to, in 2022, you want to go ahead, all right, trust this devil, all right, willing to take the bag so you can have this little funky, comfortable life, which this place is oppressive to our people. 10, and there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus the king, who had been in hostage at Rome, and he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks. 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men, just like now. Sellouts, coons, okay? Who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. Right, they didn't want to catch hell, so they're willing to go along with the ways of the heathens. Same thing now with our people, all right? They want to get their little miserable life back, so they're willing to go along with the agenda. Willing to, okay, work with Esau, Edom, and force this product on the young men, okay, and women of our nation, okay? Targeting the Israelites, because this is who they're targeting, the northern and southern kingdom. Wicked. Now I want to bring this out. This is 2 Maccabees chapter 6. All right, and and 18. Eleazar, because Eleazar had integrity. Eleazar didn't fold, okay? And he was willing to die for what he believed in. And this is a spirit you got to be in. You got to look at our forefather Eleazar. All right, 2 Maccabees chapter 6, verse 18. Eleazar, one of the principal scribes, an aged man, and of a well-favored countenance, was constrained to open his mouth and to eat swine's flesh. 19. But he, choosing rather to die gloriously than to live strained with such an abomination, spit it forth and came of his own accord to the torment. Right? He spit that shit out. He's like, I'm not eating that shit. All right? He was being forced to eat swine's flesh. 20. As it behooved them to come that are resolute to stand out against such things as are not lawful for love of life to be tasted. 21. But they that had the charge of that wicked feast for the old acquaintance they had with the man, take him aside, besought him to bring flesh of his own provision. Right. So then they were like, they cut a deal with him, like, look, you don't have to eat swine's flesh. All right. Get a lawful meat, whether it be chicken, all right, whether it be turkey, and make it, right? What does it say right here? Such as was lawful for him to use, and make it as if he did eat of the flesh taken from the sacrifice commanded by the king. Right. And make it look like you were eating swine's flesh in front of the nation of Israel. All right. And you also have wicked jakes even now. Okay. That made it seem like they took this procedure, but they didn't. All right. So that they could fraud and defraud their own people. 22. That in so doing he might be delivered from death, and for the old friendship with them find favor. 23. But he began to consider discreetly, and as become his age, and the excellency of his ancient years, and the honor of his gray head, whereon was come, and his most honest education from a child, or rather the holy law made and given by Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Therefore he answered accordingly, and willed them straight ways to send him to the grave. Right. Okay? Because he believed in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. He believed in the words of the Lord, all right, since a child, and he was of old age. He was like, I'm not, diminishing my reputation, all right, to go along, with this wicked act. I'm not deceiving my own people. I'm willing to die, all right. 24. For it becometh not our age, said he, in any wise to dissemble, whereby many young persons might think that Eleazar, being 80 years old and 10, were now gone to a strange religion. Right. And that's what he didn't want to push out. Someone who's been, a sincere follower, a sincere believer, a priest, right? Because it says right here, a principal scribe, or he was a principal scribe, someone who wrote the laws out, all right? So he was definitely into the scriptures, into the word. And he didn't want to push out that image in his old age. Like after all these years, he was worshiping the Lord. Then all of a sudden now he was going to go into a strange religion. All right. That's not how he was moving. And that's how you got to move. All right. You got to have integrity unto death. 25. And so they, through mine, his hypocrisy, desire to live a little time and a moment longer, should be deceived by me, and I get a stain to my old age and make it abominable. Right. He didn't want to mess up his reputation, as a believer. It's like just so he could live a little longer. He was already up in age. And that goes for you wicked, old-ass Israelite jakes, man, that are in your 70s and your 60s, all right? Telling the young men and women of our nation to go along with this product. All right, so you can live. All right, just go along with the product. You wicked as too. You don't have the integrity that Eleazar had. 26. For though for the present time I should be delivered from the punishment of men, yet should I not escape the hand of the Almighty, neither alive or dead. Right, nor dead. Right, because by doing that, man, the Lord is going to judge you. And he knew about reincarnation, so he knew that. The Lord could bring him back, and he catch. He could be deformed. All right, he could be blind. All right, the Lord is a fearful power, man. 27. Wherefore now, a man fully changing this life, I will show myself such an one as mine age requireth. 28. And live a notable example to such as be young to die, willing and courageously for the honorable and holy laws. That's the mindset you got to be. All right, willing to die, and for the honorable and holy laws of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right, not go along with this procedure. Because, this is just the beta test. Wait till they push the digital all. You have a lot of our people that are willing to sell out, willing to tell others to sell out, all right, go along with this okay, with this man's agenda, Esau Edom. And when he had said these words, immediately he went to the torment. They that let him changing the good, will they bear him a little before into hatred, because the foresaid speeches proceeded, as they thought, from a desperate mind. But when he was ready to die with stripes, he groaned and said, It is manifest unto the Lord that hath the holy knowledge, that whereas I might have been delivered from death, I now endure sore pains in body by being beaten, but in soul, and I am well content to suffer these things because I fear him. Right, he was willing, all right, to go ahead and get beaten. All right, and then what happened? 31, and thus this man died, leaving his death for an example of a noble courage and memorial virtue, not only unto young men, but unto all nation. Right, and that's the spirit you got to be in, like Eleazar, man. Okay, not willing to go along, all right, with the agenda of that time, eating swine's flesh, all right, from the wicked king. Okay, so Lord wants us to edify. As you can see, man, you got wicked jakes among our people who are willing to go along with the agenda, willing to harm their own people, man, all right, for the bag. They don't have the spirit of Eleazar, man. Anybody who does this, man, in 2022, you wicked jakes, man, Yahweh shall destroy you and your family, all right, and give you a grievous death, all right, torment you, all right, before he takes your spirit, because you're off. In 2022, you're doing this? So Lord wants us to edify. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Bukak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who ruled well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth, risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep enduring. Keep the faith. We're almost out of here. Keep pushing. Keep fighting. Keep studying. Pray without ceasing. To the fuses that are watching, keep studying. Pray with your head covered. And with that, keep pushing, man. We're almost out of here. You can clearly see the Lord's going to judge the wicked people of our nation, all right? Because look how they're behaving. And with that, shalom and abad with ball. Shalom.